Awakening to Love.
Yes, we are so excited.
Yes. Welcome to Awakening to Love.
Yeah, hey, you know we about the love. You know I want the love. You know you need the love. You know we want the love. You know I want the love. You know we need the love. You know I got the love. Man, can you feel the love? Can you feel the love? You know I give you love. You know we giving love. You know we need your love.
We've been going through a great spiritual awakening for the last, I'd say maybe 4 years.
4 years.
For the last 4 years, we've been slowly opening it up to a different type of feeling, a different type of learning. Now, we've both have backgrounds as far as in the church backgrounds, as far as Baptist.
I was raised Baptist.
Yes, and I was Baptist as well. I was baptized, all everything. Come from families of ministers on both sides of my family, and
You're ordained.
Yes, I am ordained. I was ordained in 2015. So I also was a pastor of a hospice as well. So I've had the religious, experience.
Training, seminary,
Seminary
Newburgh. Shout out to
school.
Newburgh Seminary.
Shout out to Newburgh. Shout out to
Yeah.
Newburgh, definitely. So I've had seminary training and all these things, and I feel that it's all brought me closer and closer to my high purpose. It's taught me to kind of look for more, and look deeper. And the more I looked outside of myself, the more I started getting messages and teachings and learnings from inside. And the more I started listening to those things, it led me to different, like say, mystic works like the Lost Books of the Bible. I started talking to different people and experiencing different things. I've had a lot of miracles happen in my life. I've experienced a lot of miracles. And I started really feeling God's energy flow through me. As a child, I always felt that I could touch people and heal them. And all through seminary, we talk about those things. And we also talk about, how Jesus and his disciples healed. So I wanted to really dive deep into that and find out how do we do that, because this is what I want to do here on this earth as well. I felt like this was something that I was driven or led to do, or just maybe born to do, here to do. So I started looking more and more into those things as far as finding, like say, the lost books of the Bible and how Jesus taught, his disciples as far as, so I became an Essene and I started studying, the Essene way of living and the diet and all of these things. And with that, it brought me to more understanding of my inner self, and unlocking, that journey or that actionable part. So I was able to hold more energy through my body to flow through me. So I was able to grab more energy from God that flows through the universe, so raise my vibration higher, to clear my chakras. So I found out as far as chakra work, breath work, yoga, being a yogi, being a shaman, all of these things were things that built me on my spiritual journey, that kind of added to my life and my journey, being in touch with my native roots. All of these things opened my eyes up to something that was so beautiful and so awakening that I had to start really expressing that and talking to people and healing people. Because I was healing, I wanted to see people around me heal. And that's really what we're all doing now. And I'm going to let Dr. Myers explain what her journey is on this metaphysical path.
Yeah, that's a good segue. So I have years of training in psychology. I have a doctorate in business psychology. So I started out wanting to work in organizations and developing leaders. And through that journey, I realized, man, I love working with individual people. So I went back to school and got a master's in counseling. And then through doing that, during my spiritual journey as well, I realized that a lot of what I was doing psychologically was spiritual work. And it was all meshing together, so to speak, for me. So a lot of times I may not, in sessions, push my beliefs on others. A lot of the issues that people face are them trying to find their way back to God. Trying to find their way back to the God within themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So I studied hypnotherapy. I learned about cards, tarot cards. What else have we done recently?
We have learned how to clear our chakras.
Yes.
As far as past life regressions.
We've learned a lot about energy work and,
a lot about
Tai
energy
Chi.
work. Yes. Also crystals.
Yeah, crystals. I've worked with an elderly population and realized how much, the crystals, how much the Tai Chi and the movements help them. Even patients with dementia.
Mm-hmm.
It really helped them move the energy through their bodies so that they can re-energize themselves.
Right, create a healthy flow.
Yes.
Create that healthy flow. So if you can create that healthy flow in your body, then you start feeling rejuvenated.
Yes.
You start feeling vitalized. Also breathing more. The more that you can get oxygen in and bring oxygen to those blood cells, and then those blood cells bring oxygen to your muscles and to your body, and it creates that flow. Healing is definitely in your breath. Every breath we take is really a gift from God.
It is.
It's a gift from Source. It's a gift from the universe. Everything that is flowing to you, and we also learned and understand a lot about the law of attraction. Yes. And we're always learning, so we always get to another level, to another level, to another level.
Because there's universal laws that dictate everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's why we call this the Awakening to Love channel, because we're awakening to more and more love, not only for ourselves, but also for others. And then also things around us. Things that are in creation, whether it's insects, animals, trees, plants, everything.
Grounding yourself.
All of these things are so important that we have been taken for granted for years, And I'm just saying, on my spiritual journey, I've been taking these things for granted. And since I've been reconnecting to those things, I feel great. I feel a stronger spiritual connection to the universe. All of these things as far as channeling and things like that. With my seminary training, a lot of times we kind of steer clear of certain things because it may be demonic or possessions or things. But the more you really dig deep into it, you understand that the whole Bible was channeled. Yeah. All the prophets, all of them, they were channeling. They were getting message from the higher source, from God. They were getting that information, those things that were coming through. In that, you understand that when you can actually clear your vessel, clear your temple out, then you can receive information directly from the source, and then that way you understand that it's really about love and experiences, not holding yourself back, not believing in thought forms that keep you from really driving or working really into your higher purpose or higher self.
Right.
And it's hard to tap into your higher self when you don't believe that you have a higher self.
Right. And that higher self, so let's explain what the higher self is.
Yeah.
So we're learning, but from everything that we've experienced, there's a part of us that is not in this physical reality. And that part is directly tapped into Source, to God. And that part of us is like a parent to us. It knows all about our lives that we lived.
Yes.
It knows all of our Akashic record, all of our history. It knows what we're feeling, what we're experiencing. And it's directly tied into us and connects us to Source. So that higher self, if you can tap into it, can really be that intuitive guide that can help you throughout your journey.
Yes.
Because our ultimate goal is to learn how to love ourselves more and bring back more experiences back to Source.
Beyonce has a song, Find Your Way Back. But that's what we're doing. We're finding our way back. And we found that we can't find our way back through anger and frustration. Those things are normally the things that separate us from that pinch us off from that love that we're really trying to receive or really trying to to exhibit or trying to even give out in our family lives.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even if you feel like you have evolved and you're growing and you're learning and you're understanding, now is the time, because this is a very, very, very important time that we've never experienced these times ever in life.
Right. So
You
let's
know.
talk about today.
Today,
This is why we decided to start this channel today.
yes, today is the first day for our metaphysical channel for Awakening to Love.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because it's 2020 12/12.
Yeah,
Right.
significance.
Now, technically, if you look at the gaze calendar, which Ethiopian calendar, that actually means that it is 2012. So it is 12/12/12 2012 in Ethiopian calendar. If you go by the ancient calendar. Very, very important day today.
Yes.
Very huge portals today.
So the moon, we're on our last lunar cycle
Mhm.
of the year, the season of Sagittarius. And what this time period is, from the 12th today to the 12th of January, it's wide open for us.
So it's an open portal.
Yes, we're in a portal as we speak. And during this time, we have the opportunity to follow our inspirations, to follow what motivates us, to really push forward and accelerate manifestation.
Mhm.
So that's why we decided to start this channel today, because this is a journey of ours that we
Right.
want to share with you and
Right.
push it forward so that we can build a community.
Absolutely. We're manifesting a beautiful community of like-minded people, of awakening people. And people, maybe you don't have a like mind. Maybe that you want to come open to whatever it is. Or maybe we want to become open to whatever you is. Whatever it is, we're open to it as long as we're exhibiting love.
Right.
And understanding, because that's what we're trying to do, is understand each other. We are talking about unity. It's time for unity, you know. And now is the time that in this portal, you're manifesting the way you want your life to be,
Right.
you know. And my life is going to be full of good health. It's going to be full of wealth.
Abundance.
It's going to
It's
be
your
full
birthright.
of abundance. It's our inheritance.
Money
to
is not
have.
the root to all evil. It's a resource.
Yes, it is. And it's also going to be full of love. It's going to be full of love. So we're creating that life for us as we speak right now.
Mm-hmm.
Today is the day that we're starting right now.
Right.
And I always start off my other channel is I love you because I do.
Mm-hmm.
The more I love myself, the more I open up to love, and the more it expands out and it loves everything around me. So that's why we wanted to start this channel today on this very, 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 very important day.
Yes.
So my wife has some cards. Would you like to explain about your cards?
Yeah, so, through my journey, I've learned a lot about what my higher self is tapped into.
Mm-hmm.
And I work with Goddess Isis, as well as angelically my support.
Mm-hmm.
So I have ties to the angelic realm. So I like to utilize both my decks that I have here. One is my Archangel deck and then my Isis deck to support me in getting information from my guidance and spiritual support. So with this being the 12/12 portal, so to speak,
Yes.
there is a shadow side to it, that being that all that old stuff is coming to the surface for clearing.
It is.
Because it can't go with us into 2021. And I know this has been a rough year for so many people. And all of the adversity, so to speak, I feel is for the purpose of bringing all of this stuff to the surface so that we can clear it. So that Gaia can clear it, essentially. The earth is trying to clear all this energy, and we are a part of the earth. So this season is a season to really clear all those old emotions that don't serve you.
Mm-hmm.
If you have anger that's unbalanced, there's nothing wrong with anger. It's a part of our emotional system, right? But if it's to the point of it destroying or destruction, it's coming to the surface to be cleared. If you have guilt, if you have shame, if you have jealousy, if you have certain insecurities, those things are being tested. So I hear it from my clients, I see it, in the news stories, everywhere. All of this is being tested for the purpose so that we can clear it and not bring all that muck with us. All right?
It's expressing itself every day. Yeah, you know, every day, so it's always a test. We always have to be ready for something when it comes up and not meet that same thing with the aggression that you would normally have or the anger that you would normally have.
Right.
Try to find a way to find love through it. I just today was tested, you know. So
He was tested, y'all.
I was tested.
At the gas
At the
station.
gas station by the gas attendant, you know, after they've taken money from me, so to speak, you know. So, and it was like, and I feel like I've grown so much in my life. You know, I've let a lot of that old frustration and anger out, all of the violence and all of those things that I would normally go to. I felt like I cleared that, and I've been energy healing, right? This was a major test for me, and I felt like, you know, I was 70-30. I was 70, maybe even less than that.
Yeah.
It was probably less than 50. It's less than 50. I was feeding into the anger and aggression. The louder he got, the louder I got.
Yes.
So I couldn't fight fire with fire, you know. And the more I really wanted to fight fire with fire, the more I felt inside that I should. This was a test internally for me. It wasn't really about the other person, because the more I yelled, the more I fussed at the other person, the more I was yelling and fussing at myself.
Right.
Because
we're all reflections of each other.
Right, and we're all connected. So if I'm yelling and fussing or whatever it is at this person, I'm really yelling and fussing at myself. I'm projecting all of these anger and insecurities and negativity and all of that stuff. I'm projecting out. So did I pass the test today? I feel like no, I didn't. I had to come and release that energy. I had to release it. I do a lot of qigong, so I had to come and do qigong. I had to meditate. I had to do all of these things to release that energy. So be very careful at this time. Those energies are going to be coming to the surface. So just know when it does arise, when it does come, what you do is take a deep breath and notice your actions or your reactions or how you react to it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. She's got the cards ready.
Yeah.
So let us know what you're doing. What
So
you got?
I feel Archangel Michael's presence.
Yes.
He's here with us today.
Welcome, Archangel Michael. Welcome.
Isis is
always
here as
with us.
well. All right, so let's see what they have to say for us. Ooh. So during this time, December 12th to January 12th. So what I'm seeing here, so it's time to make a decision, okay? Time to really be clear about what you want and take action.
Mm-hmm.
It's time. Like
Very important.
this time right now is the best time that there ever could be on Earth.
There's no other time.
There's
like this.
no other time.
This has been the time. This is the time.
This is the time,
When they say
okay?
the time is now, the time is now.
Yes, this is the time to really detox. So be considerate of what you're putting into your body.
Right.
Be considerate of what's coming out of your mouth.
Because you're manifesting these things
You're
super
manifesting
fast.
quick
So
now.
if you have a negative dialogue in your head, then you're manifesting these things and bringing these things to you by the law of attraction.
So Isis is also introducing herself. She's a lady of the stars. She's a priestess of Sirius. And Sirius is a star system way, way far away. And, you know, she came here many, many years ago. If you're familiar from Egypt, you may have heard of her. But she came during that time to teach us. To teach us about our true connections, our true powers, our true abilities. And manifestation is a huge part of that. You know, a lot of times we're very dependent on our system that we live in. We're dependent on our matrix for our money, for our food, for our health care, for all these things. But what I feel this is saying is that we need to be aware that as we awaken to the love of who we really are, that we can create our realities.
We can. Because we're co-created with Source. We are co-creators with Source. Thoughts, feelings, and emotions. What you got?
So, carnelian Tell them about that stone.
Well, a lot of healers use cornelian.
Yes.
You know that stone is a very, very powerful healing stone.
It is.
You know, and a lot of healers wear it in their rings, whether they wear it in bracelets, you know, those kind of things. You know, these bracelets here, you know, I use a lot of red jasper, also coral, turquoise, and also cornelian. Yes, she's got cornelian on, you see it. Yes.
Yeah. So what this is saying that, yeah, we're going to face some very new emotional situations during this time period. We're going to have highs and lows. We're going to feel like we're going back and forth between all of these intense emotions. And our relationships and social situations are going to provide us with insights. So we're going to learn a lot about ourselves during this short period of time really quickly. And as you're learning about yourself through your emotions, it may feel a bit like a roller coaster.
Right, because things are accelerating now, so it's like a pendulum and it's swinging back and forth and it's getting faster and faster. You know, so you're having to clear these things out quicker and quicker.
Right. So it's like we're being thrusted in to a new situation really quickly. Like, and this is the fierce belly. You know, we're entering a new season. We really are. Alright, so what else do we have here? Ariel. Nurturing yourself. So as we're going through this, you take care of yourself. If you need to rest, rest. If you need to take a day off of work, take a day off.
Drink plenty of water.
Drink water, take walks, get outside, touch some plants. You know, even if you don't have the ability to walk mobily or you have some handicaps or disabilities, go touch a plant outside. Go touch the bush, a tree. You know, take your shoes off, walk in the grass, feel the dirt. You know, these are the ways that we're going to ground ourselves through this emotional roller coaster. And, you know, by doing that and nurturing yourself, you're going to gain wisdom.
Get you some crystals, amethyst, you know, clear quartz, rose quartz. You know, those things also will help you kind of clear those energies, clear those chakras as well.
Right. So, you know, this is definitely a great season we're in. This is it. If you want to make something happen for yourself, or kick something off, this is the season to do so.
It's time to jump forward. So if you're jumping forward, then you want to be thinking on things that you want your life to improve to, you want your life to grow to. You know, if you move forward and if you're thinking about negativity, then you move forward to more negativity.
Right.
And you don't want.
So that's the negativity. I'm glad you said that, Jerron. Because our next card is the Brother in the Darkness, okay? So what that means is that there's some unbalanced masculine energy that we're clearing during this season, so to speak. But we can see it, you know, that desire to love and to nurture and to compare and to compassion. You know, people are feeling pulled towards that feminine energy.
They want to feel that.
And through that feminine energy, we're healing some of that other harsher stuff.
Yeah.
You know, the matter of fact, the lack of caring, the ABC, the you do it my way, authoritarian, aggressive behaviors. We're clearing a lot of that right now. So we're overcoming that negative energy. Because that Brother in the Darkness can't go with us into 2021.
Because then if you do, then you'll have much more of the same thing, and that same thing is not warranted now. Those things do not suit us now, so we're not moving forward with those things.
So now, you know, as we're clearing that Brother in the Darkness, we can manifest the life that you want. The Magician card came up. Yes, the Magician card. So what that means is, you know, you can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear, and this is a beginning for success.
It is. It is.
This is the
time is now.
Yes.
The time is now.
And
no other time like
we're
now.
doing that through our awakening. We're doing that through awakening to love. We're doing that through our perceptions.
And understanding who you are.
Yeah.
You know, the more you start awakening, the more you start asking yourself that big question of who am I? You know, am I this person that all of these thought forms have programmed into thinking I am? Am I my job? Am I my last name? Am I the person that follows this football team? Or who am I? you know. And that's when you start realizing, you know, and thinking about your energy, you start thinking about your mortality, and then you start thinking about your immortality. You know what I'm saying? You start thinking about all of these things and really taking notice of who you really are, and then you start really awakening to life again, other than the program of death.
Eye of Horus, Eye of Horus. You know, this is the time for perception, awakening. You know, as you awaken, you take better care of your body. And as you take care of your body, you start to do things that will release toxins in your body that, you know, bog down your pineal gland and your perceptive centers, you know, and decalcify those things. So our bodies, you know, have to be cultivated and cared for and loved.
Yes.
And the toxins,
we're cleaning out our temples.
Yes.
We're cleaning out our temples.
It's
the
important.
more water we drink, the more fruits and vegetables, because that's energy, that's electric. You're eating fruits and vegetables. Is fueled by the sun, so it's growing through the sun. And the sun is so important for all of us. We need the sun to live. All the energy is coming in now through that sun portal now, that Lion's Gate, which is which I'm very, very connected to.
Yes.
But yes, you know, so as far as the Lion's Gate is all love, but now is the time to start generating that new life that you want to see.
So this last card and what they want to leave us with is that, you know, seek out possibilities. Look for the magic in life. Be aware of your own emotions. You know, when you look for those moments of satisfaction, those little moments that feel so good, milk them. Milk them for all they're worth, because that's how you manifest. Your emotions energize your intent. So if you're wanting, you know, more communication and happiness in your relationship, if you're sitting there with your spouse and something comes on the screen that makes you laugh, you milk it. Milk it the whole night. Keep bringing it up. Keep revisiting that emotion and that feeling. And by doing so, that's how you're going to manifest that joy into your relationship. By finding those moments and milking them for all they're worth. And then it's saying, you know, there's a lot of things in our environment that can help us. So charging sacred objects of power. So, you know, get you some crystals. Get some candles.
Put those in the sunlight. Put those crystals in the sunlight. Put those crystals in the moonlight. Set your intent of what you want to use those crystals for. A lot of people, you know, are kind of scared or nervous about crystals, but you have to know and understand really that God made these crystals to hold those vibrations, certain informations, help to clear and to heal. You know, understand what these things truly are. Do not buy into what the programming is right now. You know, and of course a lot of those things are kind of crumbling. You know, because a lot of lies are coming to the surface now. And you know, and your inner self, what God has placed inside you, that is the real truth, and it'll always come to the light.
It will. Ooh, we love you.
Yes.
We do. This was fun.
So this is the new metaphysical channel, Awakening to Love. So just know that we are here. We are here, and we love you. I'm Son of Source.
I'm Dr. Myers.
Yes, and we are awakening to love, baby.
Awakening to love.
We love you.
We love you.
Son of Source.
Yes. Myers.
You know I want the love. You know you need the love. You know we want the love. You know I want the love. You know we need the love. You know I got the love. Man, can you feel the love? Can you feel the love? You know I give you love. You know we giving love. You know we need your love. Mas life. Mas life. Yeah, check out the new merch. Get your family dripped up and draped out in the new merch. Yeah. That drip is here. That drip is here. That drip is here. That drip is here. The source, the drip is here. The Son of Source shorts, man, that drip is here. We got the leggings for the lady drip. It's here. We got the leggings for the lady drip. It's here. The Son of Source shirts. The drip is here. The Son of Source shirts, the drip is here. Source's brain shirts, man, that shirt is so tight. Man, that shirt is so tight. Don't mess up my vibe, don't mess up my vibe. That shirt is so live, man, don't mess up my vibe. You can see the vibrations on the front. You can raise your vibrations on the front. You ain't gotta worry about it. You can get some socks. You can get some socks. You can get some socks. The drip is so live. The drip is so live. Don't mess up my vibe. Don't mess up my vibe. Mine's life. Mine's life. The drip is so vibe. The drip is so live. The drip is so live. Don't mess up my vibe, man. That shirt is so live. The Son of Source shirt. The Son of Source shirt. Man, that shirt's so live. Man, that shirt's so live. Don't mess up my vibe. Don't mess up my vibe. The merch is here. The merch is here. Mine's life, man. That merch is here. Man, get your shirt. Get your shirt. Get your shirt. Get your shirt. Man, don't mess up my vibe. That shirt is so live. Don't mess up my vibe. That shirt is so live. Get some socks. Get some socks. You can get a dog shirt. You can get your dog shirt. You can get your dog shirt. That messed up my vibe. Man, that shirt is so live. Don't mess up my vibe. That shirt is so live. Son of Source, Son of Source, Son of Source, Son of Southern Source, Son of Southern Source, the Source Healing Center shirt. Mind, body, and soul. Mind, body, and soul. Let your family get draped up in the drape. Let your family get dripped in the drape. Hey, that shirt is so live. Don't mess up my vibes, mine's life. The merch is here. The merch is here. The merch is here. Hey.